Falcha go cha hemishin, and that means welcome to Seamus's house. People often ask the question, what did you do in lockdown? I started painting inside my shed. My sister said to me, you're up to something. I always loved going into Irish kitchens and looking at how people lived years ago, and I thought to myself, I want to have something like this, because a lot of what you see here, I grew up with. I identify a lot of this. Again, it's hanging on to culture. So I went out there, plenty of time with the lockdown, and took full advantage of it. I always feel that music enhanced our culture. It's now part of our DNA. Years ago, even though the harp would be our national symbol of an instrument, the fiddle and the melodeon was the two most common instruments. And every house or every second house would have had one or the other. Our music was handed down. It wasn't written. It was handed down from generation to generation. And even when people would emigrate, especially to Scotland, the traditional music, they would come back with a Scotch influence. I know there's modern music coming in, but I always love to go back to the music we belong to.
The folklore of Ukraine has many divisions: seasonal, military, and many others. The musician folklore of Ukraine most clearly manifested in songs. Music in Ukraine accompanied almost every part of the lives. People sing on the weddings, on kitchen, they sing lullabies, lyrical songs, songs of the wheel of the year. The most interesting instrumental example of music is trio music. In Ukrainian it sounds like troyista muzika, which means this is a music for three instrumental. It can be violin, flute, drum, kind of harp, and many others. There is a legend about how it starts. It starts when three musicians fall in love with one girl, and for her to choose one of them they made a competition. They play as a threesome and then find they really enjoy to do it. So that starts off this traditional. The first song for today, it calls Moonlight Night. It was written in 19th century by Mikhailo Staritsky. After he once met one girl and he fell in love, and he wrote the poetry.
Ніч, яка місячна, зоряна, ясная, видно, хоч голки збирай. Ви, коханая, працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку в гай. Вийди, коханая, працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку в гай. Сядемо в купочці тут під калиною, і над панами я пан. Глянь, моя рибонька, срібною хвилею стелиться в полі туман. Глянь, моя рибонька срібною хвилею, стелиться в полі туман. Ти не лякайся, що змерзнеш, лебедонько, тепло, ні вітру, ні хмар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, воно палке, як жар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар.
I first was introduced to music when I was at school, and everybody at school had a tin whistle. And the unfortunate thing for me was I was the only boy who played the whistle, and there were about 30 girls. And my first stage appearance, I would have been very young, 8 or 9, on stage with 30 ladies playing the tin whistle. And my mum looking up at me, her very proud. Music is a journey, and at the age of 13, 14, I went on to play guitar. And I've been playing guitar ever since, and I'm 59 now. I also play the banjo and the ukulele. I love the banjo because it leans me towards traditional music, traditional Irish music, the folk song and the songs we grew up with, the bands we grew up with, the Furies and the Dubliners. I love our culture because our folk music and our traditional music, our culture's trapped in that music.
I started playing music since my childhood, and now I have been doing this more than 15 years. Now I'm a music composer. I play piano, guitar, ukulele. At home I also had the mandolin and a few more instruments, but now with me just my ukulele. In these historical events, our cultural heritage is under threat, so we are very grateful to Ireland. We are very happy to be there and to be able to pass on a piece of our cultural heritage so far from the home. Many lyrical songs have sad plots, where characters are replaced by images of animals. Their stories about life, about parting, about death, about love, and everything else. Today, our second song will be an example of that.
Ой, там на горі, ой, там на круті, ой, там сиділа пара Ой, там сиділа пара голубів, ой, там сиділа пара голубів.
Today we will play Isle of Hope. For us, it's a really interesting case because we know this is legendary old Irish music, Irish song, and we understand the meaning of this song. But for us, there is a little different meaning of the same words because for us, Isle of Hope is the island because we also escaped and we also have a great pleasure to be there and it's a really big dream for us.